Okay, another day, some more Voron work. I have my soldering iron. I'm gonna do some heat press inserts.
Say, build stuff!
These parts.
But before I can start with the heat set inserts, I need to disassemble the cloned Bondtech BMG extruder, which was on the bill of materials, to get access to all the goodies inside.
Right, how do I do that? That would be how. Okay, so that.
It did seem kind of silly to me to have to disassemble this perfectly good working extruder in order to just build another one, but this is what the design calls for, and I also assume that the developers in the Voron community know better than I do, so we'll stick with their plan.
I have to install the motor into here. So the wires will be coming out the bottom. That is what I want. All right, this goes in here. This guy goes on here.
This was actually my first time ever using these heat set inserts, so it's a little tricky for me, but after a few of them I got the hang of it, and now I'm a pro. Aha! The tip that I have on my soldering iron isn't exactly ideal for this, but I'm able to make it work. And now, while my soldering iron is hot, I'll go back and install the inserts into the tool head.
Right. I don't think I broke anything. I was worried about the edge of the soldering iron, you know, melting the edge of these other tool head parts here. But that looks like that is in there nicely.
It does take a little bit of fiddling to get everything to fit right and seated properly.
It does kind of feel like it's sort of binding up a bit, maybe more than it should. Voron pocket watch extruder completed. Extruder mounted. Now I have Just arrived today. My power supply. Power supply is going to mount like that. Where that's You can use an X-Acto knife like a drill bit and thinner material. You just set it down and spin it around. You can also use that to ream out holes in thinner material. Power supply installed. And do the filament spool holder here.
I thought this was a pretty neat little idea on the filament spool holder here. Just use a length of Voron tube to reduce the friction so the spool can roll nicely along there. And it's kind of a neat tip to keep in mind if you have any place in the future in something you're designing or working on and you want to reduce the friction, then maybe a little scrap of Voron tube will do the trick.
Next up is the wiring, and you know what they say about wiring? Never do electrical wiring on an empty stomach. So we're gonna get some dinner and then maybe I'll tackle the wiring.